Hi, St. Bartholomew's. Welcome to the deepest part of Lent. Today is Sunday, Lent 5. And as you might be able to tell, I'm sitting outside under the bell right here at our garden place where we are going to start doing some hybrid worship as we begin to come back to in-person worship starting next week on Palm Sunday. And I came out here because today I get to do the weekly Lent check-in. And so I have thoroughly enjoyed using the St. Bees at Home materials. I'm grateful for everybody who put those things together. And I've loved, just personally, I think it's been a very different type of Lent. That I have loved the lighter aspect of it this year. Kind of the lightening of the load, not feeling guilty if I didn't. Father Schmemann, one of my heroes, the guy I quote all the time, says that Lent doesn't really start until you fail and have to start over, which I've done time and time again so far this year. So I have kind of enjoyed that this year. And for me, Lent has basically been trying to keep up with the things that we're doing together as a family. Week 1 never is a problem for me. I don't eat a lot of sweets, so it doesn't matter. Week 2, TV. Renee and I were fine. We had our books. We had each other. We had the family. Everything was fine. Week 3 was social media, and I actually relished an opportunity to get off of social media, basically. And then last week, we were supposed to live simply, and we went on vacation. So that was basically a no-go for the whole week. But we are, just to give you some idea of where we're going this week, if you haven't been following along in our Lenten guide, we're every week we're fasting, we're serving, we're connecting in some way. And this week, our fast, or our practice of abstinence for the 5th week of Lent, is from some staple of your diet, maybe coffee, maybe tea, alcohol, some particular thing that you eat or consume. Obviously, we're trying to get at our appetites. And so you try to find one thing to abstain from either every day for the whole week, or maybe you skip a meal a day, or you're doing something where you're doing it during the daytime hours, whatever works for you. And then serving, it's really interesting. We're reading up on addiction because the way that our appetites can control us. And so we're reading up on addiction, and particularly praying the prayer for the victims of addiction in the Book of Common Prayer over in the 800s, page 831, I believe. And so we're praying that. Maybe you want to make that a part of your practice to pray that every day for this week. And then connecting, you're going to send a note with the cards that were in your, if you got a kit. If not, you can just use any card. Send a note to someone that you, in our St. Bees family, that you admire. Maybe it's somebody with whom you disagree about something. And it could be both at the same time, somebody that you admire and yet disagree with. So it's just a way of making connections across lines, building new bridges and relationships and things like that. The last thing it falls to me to do is to talk to you about this place, about what we're doing. So beginning next week, Palm Sunday, we are going to have the Eucharist out here at 8 o'clock, and then again at 11 in person, Lord willing. Pray for good weather. And then inside we'll still be streaming. That's the hybrid part. At 9:30, which we've been doing for weeks and months now, our 9:30 time will still be streamed. So you can watch if you are not able to be here for one of those. And the thing is, most of those, a lot of those spots are already filled up. You may have heard me say this morning at the Eucharist, at the announcements, that if you have signed up and you can't come to one, or perhaps if you want to just, come to one of the Holy Week services or something like that, let Gayleen Latham know. Just email her. She's on the parish directory. And maybe someone from the waiting list can move up into that slot. But we're still looking for ways to make a space for as many of us as possible to be together to worship. And one way we're doing that is by drive-through communion on Maundy Thursday, when we celebrate the institution of the Holy Eucharist, the Last Supper that Jesus had with his disciples. So drive-by communion after you watch the streamed liturgy that night. Also, we will have the prayer vigil on that night through from Maundy Thursday night into Good Friday. We'll have people staying to pray with Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament for an hour. You can sign up for that online. Church will be open. And then on Friday, when we often do the Stations of the Cross around down here, there's one of the stations right there, then just we're going to have people have been working on some DIY, do-it-yourself stations, and then also Reverend Serena is going to be able to walk people through the stations as well. So there are ways, and watch for other ways too. We're still trying to be, sorry, my hair looks just really crazy. I know Renee's really glad that that I get to have it cut soon. But we're looking for ways to create more opportunities for us to be in person and to worship together, and for you to connect physically with this place in the days to come. So watch for special things that might pop up between now and then. I am praying for each of you as we move into this holiest time of year. Ask your prayers for me, for my family, for the staff, for the vestry as well. And pray for God to continue to protect us, move us from, to end this pandemic so that we are able to be back together again in full as we would love to be. So thanks for letting me make the weekly Lent check-in, and know that you're in my prayers. If I can do anything for you, please give me a call or shoot me an email, and I'll see you as soon as I see you. God bless.